It's Friday. I mean, it's not Friday. It's Thursday at 4 p.m., which you know what that means. It's getting tipsy with Erin. Gosh, does anyone know like what day it is? What day of the month it is? What month it is? Where we are? What's going on? So it is Thursday, April 9th, which means my mother's birthday is in 2 days. And it's getting tipsy with Erin. We have this month, I am kind of not really going into all the normal conversations about buying and selling. I will tell you, while I let some people come on, I was just texting with someone. The market is still out there. It is still happening. We are considered essential workers. So, had a closing yesterday, listed a property today in Chicks Beach, had a home inspection this afternoon, home inspectors with masks on, have 2 closings next week. There's a lot going on, so it's still happening. We're still out there, and we're doing things a little different. So showing property virtually, open houses virtually, just doing what we have to do to get people to where they need to be. So, and we will continue to do that because people need to keep moving and people need to keep buying and selling houses. Hi, Sarah. How are you? So we do what we need to do virtually and play the roles we have to do. There's a lot of hand sanitizer I'm carrying around in my purse, a bottle of Tarnished Truth hand sanitizer. I've got a mask, and so does most everyone else. So today we are talking about on Getting Tipsy with Erin, we are going to talk about the HGTV effect. Because again, I'm kind of getting away a little bit just to make it sort of a little more lighthearted. And we're going to talk about the reality behind reality television, House Hunters. So I know everyone's home watching a lot of television. Hi, Ashley. Everyone's watching, Fixer Upper or what is it? Listed or Love It or Chip and Joanna or whatever you're watching. And you wait for that anticipation, the great reveal at the end, and you start to think, oh, I could renovate my house and I could become a house flipper, or maybe I'll do that on the side, or maybe we could just do that to our kitchen. It would be easy, or it makes the home buying process look super easy. And so people start thinking they could just do it. It'll be great. For example, unlike HGTV, the reality of house hunting is a little more complicated than shows like House Hunters. So House Hunters, the buyers, they pick 3 like magical homes, and then the real estate agent would go and they open these 3 doors and they say, here's the kitchen. And then the buyer doesn't have to compete with anything, and the offer is accepted, within minutes, and poof, you're a homeowner, and it seems super easy, right? Hi, Lamar. But that is not actually how it works. So it was funny. I actually, the home inspection I had today, those buyers, the first weekend I took them out, they're from out of town, and we had them set up to see 7 homes. 2 of them had gone under contract from when I set up the showings on Thursday evening to when we went out Saturday morning. And then, so when we were going through the houses on Saturday, we had the 5 houses. She actually said at one point, good thing this isn't House Hunters, because it wasn't at all what she expected. And we had to change their search parameter a little bit. So she was very happy that they weren't stuck having to choose between the 5 houses that we were looking at. But what they don't show you is the pre-approval process. They don't show you the buyer consultation, setting up the home search, walking through, maybe it's 10 plus houses. Hi, Mona. They don't show you the negotiation of the offer. They don't show you the home inspection. They don't show you negotiating the home inspection repairs or the appraisal process or getting to the closing table. Hi, Wayne. So they don't show you any of those kind of things. They just show you this, poof, it's easy, I bought a house. So I actually did create a free guide called Reality House Hunters that walks you through what you need to know about the home buying process. So if you want a copy, feel free to message me or like leave an emoji below, and I'll reach out and I can get that to you. But I wanted to today talk about reality TV renovations, what's true and what isn't, and I'm going to debunk 3 myths about if you've ever watched HGTV and thought, oh, that doesn't look really hard and we could do that, and maybe you suggested to your husband, you know, tearing down that wall to separate the kitchen from the living room, or maybe you thought flipping homes could be a great second career for you. I'm going to debunk 3 myths for you. So myth number 1 on HGTV is that everything can be completed in one day. So the producers of your favorite HGTV shows, they cram the entire renovation into, you know, a 30-minute episode or a 60-minute episode, and the viewers miss a lot of the major work that's done, either prep work or in between work, and it all gets cut and left on the cutting room floor to get to that beautiful end result that you don't see at the end. And the reality is that most major projects take a significant amount of time and money that you don't see on television. My friend Christy, for example, she renovated her kitchen, and they thought they were going to have to take down like a layer of wallpaper. And so she sent me, they were tearing down the layer of wallpaper, and she sent me a picture. She's like, oh my gosh, there was this other layer of wallpaper behind it. And they took that down. And then there was another layer of wallpaper behind it. Then they took that down, and there was another layer. And then when they removed the stove, they found like 3 more layers of wallpaper. So I if she's watching, I don't know how many layers of wallpaper they ended up having on the kitchen, but there were a lot. And I mean, they dated back to like the 60s. It was amazing. And so that was a lot of peeling of wallpaper. And if you're not expecting that, that's going to take a long time. There's all the prep work of doing the research to choose and match and do all that kind of stuff to figure it out. It doesn't just appear. There's the demo work. There is the, the sanding. There's a ton of work that they just don't show you. So it's a lot more than the 30 minutes or the 60 minutes that gets to the television. Myth number 2 is for your biggest, we say ROI, but return on investment. For your biggest return on investment, tackling the bigger renovations is not what you want to do. Hi, Sean. HGTV tends to show you the pretty dramatic renovations, including knocking down walls or moving plumbing around, a big kitchen reveal or whatever. And those are beautiful and they're dramatic, and that's what everyone loves to see, and that's great. That's not going to give you your biggest return on investment because those are also really expensive. I can tell you, and Wayne's watching, he doesn't know how much our kitchen cost. Our kitchen is not very large. And our kitchen was very expensive. But and I'm not going to say it because he's on watching. But you can paint, and you can do flooring, and you can, hi Terry, you can clean things up for a lot less expensive and have a much bigger return on your investment than adding square footage, putting in a brand new kitchen, or moving plumbing, or doing something like that is majorly expensive. So if you're looking at doing something like that, those cosmetic changes as opposed to a full-out renovation can have a bigger return on investment for you. Also, when you are considering renovations, you do want to look at the market in your area. You don't want to over remodel a home to outprice it in your neighborhood. Because regardless of the quality and the upgrades, if the appraisal can't come in, then it doesn't matter, because no one's going to care how much you spent on the renovations. They're going to care what they eventually would be able to sell the house for. And so they're going to care about the appraisal. And so you're not going to get that money back. So you have to always watch that as well. And then myth number 3 is that the permit process is super simple. HGTV, has a lot of pull because they're bringing in money and they're bringing in jobs. And they know the ins and outs of the system. And you as a layman don't necessarily know the ins and outs of the system. So, and they don't talk about it on television, about getting the permits, and going down to the city and getting that all done. So whenever you're doing like plumbing, heating, electrical, adding square footage, there is a permit process, and that can slow down and interfere the timeline and the work that needs to be completed. I know a couple of home inspectors in our area that do, when they're doing a home inspection, they pull the permits. So they want to make sure that you pulled permits whenever you did anything. And if you didn't, it will get flagged on your home inspection. So you may you may need to wait for approval before being able to continue to that next step. So you have to think about that when you're creating deadlines for remodeling projects you want to do in your home. So that also affects your timeline. Hi, Jeff. Hi, Kim. That affects your timeline as well, which they don't show you that on television because they can't give you that 2-week delay in the show. So basically, the moral of today's episode is it's not all like you see it on television. It can be fun. Renovating can be fun, but just know what you're getting into. Be prepared for what you're getting into. You may want to hire a professional to do some of those renovations, or you may want to shadow a professional to see. Always seek advice from someone who's done it before. Like I know Christy, she has asked me a lot of questions about our kitchen renovation, which we did not do our kitchen renovation. That's not happening. Wayne and I are not picking up power tools. Never. But I could walk her through a lot of the process and a lot of the people that we talked to get it done. We also didn't have 18 layers of wallpaper to peel down. And as well as when buying a house, you want to look for professionals there because again, it is a process. It's not just the 3 magic doors and you get to just pick one. So that's it. Thanks for tuning in. In case you missed it earlier, I do have the free guide for reality house hunters. Feel free to reach out and I will shoot that over to you this evening. If you have any questions or there's anything you would like me to talk about on Thursdays, feel free to comment below, message me. I'm happy to discuss things again. This month I'm kind of taking a little bit of a break of the seriousness of buying and selling, but I'm always happy to answer questions. You're welcome, Sarah. I can't wait to sell you and Paul's house this spring so we can get you down here to the beach. I look forward to seeing all of you again and hugging all of you, every single one of you. And if anyone needs anything, I know I jumped on my personal account on Monday. I don't know what day it was. Tuesday, Monday. I don't know. If anyone needs anything, Wayne and I are here. Just ask and we will jump on it and do whatever we can to help you. We're all in this together and we will get out of it together. So have a great day, everybody. See you next Thursday. Bye.